Haley with the Dance Company, and I am so excited to bring you your first ever dance instruction video. Please watch the following information about how to make your dance experience the best. So here at the Dance Company of Minot, we really take dress code seriously. We feel that it allows us to properly adjust body placement, positioning, and alignment. Dancers seem to be less distracted and work a lot harder when they're wearing the proper attire for classes. All of our attire is black only and tight-fitting. Footless tights and black leggings are allowed. Gymnastics and tumbling leotards or any colored clothing of any type is not permitted, as well as loose-fitting clothing such as sweatpants or t-shirts. No costumes, accessories, or jewelry, because that is a huge distraction for us. And unless we approve of it otherwise, definitely no pajama pants or comfortable loungewear. So for the competitive division, depending on the type of choreography and dance that each competitive line is doing, we have 3 different styles of tights. All of them are the color light suntan, and all of the links for these are provided on our website under the Shoes and Tights Requirements page. The first type of tights that we have are footed tights. Those just go all the way down into the shoe. The next type we have are stirrup tights, where the heel and the top of the foot is exposed. And then the last type of tights is the most uncommonly used, but sometimes we use them. They're called transition tights. They have the ability to be footed or footless. So when it comes to shoe requirements, lyrical, modern, contemporary, and ballet dances, we have what's called foot undies or lyrical paws. Those are used quite often. The next type of shoes we require are Capezio E-Series jazz shoes, and the color is caramel. Keeping in mind all of these shoe links are on our Shoe and Tights Requirements page, so if you ever get confused or you need the links on how to find them, they are there. The tap shoes that we use are split sole block tap flex slip-ons, so they do not have laces, and we use them for all ages in the competitive division. So with our recital division, we usually use light pink footed tights, and those can be found at Walmart or Target. We're not really super picky about the color. We also have footless for the kids that don't like tights on their toes. And then we also have the transition tights, where they can be footless or footed. For the recital division shoes, we require a daisy ballet, which is by Capezio, and laces tucked in. We also, depending on the circumstance, will allow students to get ballet shoes from Walmart or Target as long as they fit properly, as long as they are the light pink color. The tap shoes we use in our recital division have a flat bottom, and they are called Capezio Junior Tiet tie taps. Keeping in mind all of these links for these shoes are provided on our website under the Shoes and Tights Requirements page. While we love our dance environment to be fun and joyful and happy, our waiting room is not a jungle gym. No jumping on the couch, no rough housing, no throwing things. Please be respectful of dance company property. Along with our waiting room policy, we ask that parents please keep their conversations quiet. Our walls are kind of thin. We can hear loud conversations, so just please keep your voices low when talking in the waiting room. The studio does reserve the right to run ahead or behind by 15 minutes for each class, regardless of the reason. If the wait, either to start class or to end class, is longer than 15 minutes, all parents will be notified of the reasoning. We do have some classroom observation rules here at the Dance Company. 2 weeks out of each month, a sign is going to be on the hallway door leading into the studio spaces, and while the sign is up, all parents are asked to please wait in the waiting room or drop off their dancers to allow quiet time between the dancers and instructors. If the sign is not up, parents are free to observe through the windows of both studio spaces. For anyone that is concerned with leaving their dancer, you can obviously speak with the director privately. We do have a parent drop-off and pick-up policy here. Parents are responsible for dropping off and picking up their dancers on time, and we can't be held responsible for providing before or after class care. Obviously, we ask that parents come inside the building and walk their dancers out. Picking up your dancer in the street is unsafe, and the studio wouldn't want something to happen to the dancer. So please come in and escort your dancer out of the building. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this helps guide you through your first few weeks of classes. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, but I do hope that this was beneficial to you as